Welcome back, everyone.
Tell me, sweetie,
So to recap last time, not too much to say, but we left Sicil and came to, I think it's called Lucilla Forest. And basically we walked to town, and we've been talking to people, and
to share a moment together.
Tell me, sweetie,
let me go somewhere quieter. And we'll continue to look around town until we've talked to everyone and explored it. I don't think it's as large as Sicil, so there's probably not much more to do here, thankfully.
Why don't you stay a while? That world-weary face is giving me shivers. What you say we take a load off together? I do suppose I could find some way to entertain you. Oh, go right ahead, sweetheart. Darling, I don't hardly recognise this place no more. Everything's changed since those silly immaculates came into vogue. The miners, they used to spend their last penny on a backwards glance from yours truly. But now, they'd rather pray than play. I just don't understand it. They just stand around and praise the so-called goddess all day long. I've no idea who she is, but apparently she gets her kicks from having blood sprayed all over her. Now, I knew a girl once who was into that kind of stuff. Her clients used to call her goddess and mistress too, but there was precious little divine about her.
A razzle-dazzle grenade. Haven't seen that yet, I don't think. Maybe this is the mining headquarters?
You, sir.
Yeah, there's
Goblins
Lawrence.
will slice us to ribbons if we approach the bridge.
Unacceptable. I want those goblins out of my mind by yesterday. Send another man. As many as it takes.
We haven't enough men among us to take on even a few of them, sir.
Are you deaf? I said I want those goblins out. Make it happen, even if you have to spear Drexis yourself.
Source hunter, are you? What brings you to this neck of the woods? The goblins? The orcs? The cult? Or the whole pretty bouquet? Don't be surprised if you hear more than a few unkind words about yours truly around town. An overseer's got to enforce his share of unpopular guild decisions, you know. I'm finished with this one-pony rodeo, though. I did my best by these roughnecks, and now it's time for old Brandon to take a load off. In fact, you may be able to help speed my retirement plan along.
I must say, I'm also intrigued.
I knew a source hunter'd perk up at the sound of a challenge. Between you and me, the Troll King's sitting on a piece of treasure of more value than even he knows. A metal called tenebrium that can fetch a prettier sum than its weight in gold. I intend to lift it, sell it, and live out the rest of me days in comfort. The devil's in the details, though, and I haven't managed to find a way to access the King's Cave, much less make off with the stuff without being noticed. But you're a source hunter. You can sniff out any point of mystery. So let's make a deal, You find the tenebrium and bring it to me, and I'll deliver you a few pieces of information about Silverglen, and Lawrence in particular, that are sure to make your mouth water. I wouldn't wish the wrath on me worst enemy, though. So let me give you a little something to contain the tenebrium bars. It's lined with the fragments of a special stone that keeps rats' ill effects at bay. Apart from Gungir's stature and incurable case of the uglies, it's not so different from a parakeet. Got a brain the size of a pea and a fervent passion for all things bright and shiny. The nutty oaf sits on a river of silver beneath these mines, but leases it to the mining company for a fraction of its worth in gold. He'd rather put those hefty minions of his on toll duty than mine these hills himself for 5 times the reward. I can't be certain myself where his cave is located, but at least one of those oaf lackeys of his must know where to look. They've got to do something with all the gold they've gathered in the course of guarding those damned bridges, haven't they? I'm no man to refuse a source hunter. Ask away, friend. I remember him well. Decent man, strong-backed, with something of a funny accent, no? He managed to leave Silver Glen alive, but as I recall, the symptoms of wrath were already upon him. Rot? Oh, you're a curious sort of fella, aren't you? Ask around. Half the men here have a brother who died from it. The other half were cured by that cult. That circus rolled into town shortly after the tenebrium was discovered. Some freak woman with a freak gemstone managed to cure rot by some strange magic and convinced most of the locals that she were the conduit of the goddess or some such tripe. A strange sort of substance, discovered here around 2 years ago, and folks have been clamouring to get their paws on the rancid stuff ever since. To the right buyer, it's worth more than diamonds.
A source hunter! My liege, I am at your disposal. I am Lawrence, the representative of the mining guild responsible for operations in Silver Glen. Please, valiant hunter, let us know how we can assist you. Oh, I am no one special. Merely a humble servant of the guild and shepherd to the happy flock of miners within this settlement. My only cause for complaint, Your Grace, are these awful goblins. They're starving us out, refusing even a single honest miner his right to work. Perhaps, my most upright highness, you might be able to help us with this little problem. You must forgive me if I become somewhat overcome when discussing it, my liege. To think how I've been betrayed. To think how the humble miners of Silver Glen suffer. I invited a tribe of goblins to assist us in clearing the tenebrium from our mine, you see. The leader of the troop, a satin-spitting Satan named Drexis, promised to clear the tenebrium and be gone. When the job was done, though, he and his band of totem-brained fiends refused to vacate. They've kept close guard of the bridges to the mine since, and they'll slice whoever dares approach them into ribbons. These goblins follow Drexis like lemmings, Your Grace, and if only I could undo the traitor, they'd slither back to the swamp they crawled from. Drexis's head on my mantle would save countless miners from a slow starvation, my liege. What's one goblin over countless disenfranchised workers? Preposterous! What does that foreigner know about the affairs of Silver Glen? You do best to do as I do, my liege, and turn a deaf ear to her insane accusations.
Okay, obviously we have to help the other guy, Brandon, to get the info we need on him. One thing I want to try real quick, though.
Hello again, Your Grace.
I want to grab this key. I think that's going to be useful.
If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become.
No reason to stop now. Shadow Essence, that's new. That's an impressive bow.
Hello again, Your Grace.
If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become.
Okay, thank you for your time, sir.
Might as well jump off the cliff for all the good he's doing.
I'm sure the goblins wouldn't mind. They could eat off him for weeks.
They'd make a...
Come to drink in the conduit's teachings, have you? Wonderful. Soon, you and the goddess will be as one. Blessed be the blood.
Okay. That's all of the town, it looks like. So, plan to go down here to the witch's cabin. That's probably some sort of scout.
Did you see that? A shadow just sprang to life.
Strange magic indeed. Perhaps we're nearing the White Witch's lair.
North or south to get there? There's the Watcher, we'll follow him.
Ah, the Source Hunter. It is my greatest pleasure to announce to you that we Immaculates have captured the feared White Witch and quarantined her house of horrors.
Wow, I only have a level 6 crossbow. If we can find like a green or blue one that's level 10, it'll probably be a pretty big upgrade. Okay, so they've captured her house.
Yes, the greatest known threat to Rivalon has been neutralized. Thanks in no small part to you, Source Hunter. Your activities in Sicil drove the snake to her den, and that's where we Immaculates sprang our trap. I am a proud Immaculate, sworn to use my summoner's expertise in service of the goddess's one way and the greater good. Ah, the High Counselor of Sicil. We mourned his tragic death. Yes, every Immaculate honors the memory of that noble man. Still, Source Hunter, I am sworn on my life to guard this quarantine. I serve a higher authority than yours, and will not waver in my duty. If you're certain, I suppose I can trust the word of one of your esteemed order. Go on then, Source Hunter, but please tell no Immaculate I let you pass, or it will be my life.
I don't use one-handed for the most part, so I shouldn't spend too much time comparing them, but 30% chance to bleed sounds really neat. Okay, so what do we have to do to get inside this? Okay, we can kind of look in here. There's a mirror. Let's see what that added to our log. Okay, pretty open-ended. Just continue this act until we find something that lets us get rid of that. Let's see, we can do the Immaculate Trial. We have to clear the mines, but it hasn't given us a marker on the map, so maybe we'll just go do this trial. Now, what did it say? We're supposed to exit to the west of town, I think? I think I need to get more health on my archer. I've been thinking about that recently when I saw how low her health was. We'll start with this by sacrificing some movement. Maybe eventually put a point or two into Constitution. I think we need a Dexterity first, though.
A stitch in time, eh, my friends? Back on my feet again.
Is that poison all over the ground?
Here. It could be an ambush.
I bet I picked the mushroom and like a mushroom monster comes at me. I'm so good. Oh my god, why do you walk through the poison?
Has my blood been replaced with water?
Outline on those butterflies make them look like flying paper.
purge this evil from my blood.
Don't think I have immunity to poison. Don't have it on some person though. Is it my archer? Don't think I'm in a good position to win this fight right now. This might help though. So basically burn everything with fire.
This arrow seeks more than one target.
Why does my mage keep missing turns? I'm not sure. I need to leave more grenades on him, particularly for elements that like earth and fire that he doesn't have spells for.
Something toxic courses through my veins.
The Pyromaniac's town!
That's pretty nifty.
I'm never out of my element. Fading fast.
Hitting them causes them to release poison, which then explodes. In case you're curious what's going on, only physical attacks seem to do that because my mage's air attack didn't cause that to happen.
I needed that. I needed that. Back on my feet.
Okay, I'm getting a little off track here, so I'll save this little area for later. It's probably not much. One, maybe two encounters.
Wait! Stop! Can it be? A source hunter? Oh, my fortune, my fate! I am saved! They're coming for me. They know I've escaped, and they won't stop until they've sliced me in two and corrupted my corpse with darkness. The cult, the dark heart of the Immaculates, the corrupted few who lead their trusting converts upon a path paved with source. Well, they won't stop until they've silenced me. And worse. I am Samid, once a humble miner, once a devoted immaculate, now a refugee in flight from both religion and home. I once counted myself among their most faithful. Such a devotee to the Immaculate Way was I, that I rose swiftly through its ranks, became privy to each of the esoteric rituals of the Immaculate Method. But in time, I discovered too much. When I was granted access to Sacred Stone, the most protected Immaculate village, I watched with horror as our enlightened leaders unabashedly performed darkest source magic. I immediately reported this corruption to our highest priest, Lady Attenbearer. I'll never forget her laugh. Mirthless and savage. She was one of them. A sorcerer. I escaped that terrible place as quickly as my feet could fly. And now, you must do what I cannot. You must end the darkness that has consumed the Immaculate Way. The source that corrupts it. To gain access to that nest of vipers, you'll have to become one of us. One of them, that is. Speak to Loic, the Immaculate Abbot of the village to the north. Silver Glen, it's called. He'll be only too eager to gain another convert, and only the initiated are granted access to Sacred Stone. The witch? Why, her cabin is only a short walk from here. Look! I'd always heard tell that she, the strange and silent keeper of Luculla, was a sorcerer herself. Though now I see that, if that were true, the Immaculates will be working with, not against her. As it stands, the conduit herself ordered that the witch be contained at all costs. I know not why, but any enemy to this band of demons is a friend to all else. Source Hunter, in the name of the innocent Immaculates, those unaware of the fanged head that leads them, I pray you will expose the truth. So many of us sought only spirit. We had no idea what we'd be asked to sacrifice in return.
Okay, nothing much important there. Basically, making sure you're on the right quests before you head out of town. I think I changed my mind. I'm gonna go clear those earth elementals down here. Don't think it's gonna lead to anything else really. Just back down to the portal. Just so I don't have to think about coming back here. I think it's weird that Earth is weak against air. And slashing. You think it'd be like water and blunt. Oh well.
Watch!
I should have shot a fire arrow. I wasn't thinking that would ignite all of these, at least these two. Hopefully that smoke also blocks their line of sight. It did last time.
I crave never-ending motion.
Didn't realize an earth elemental would release poison. So I haven't used many earth spells. Do they leave poison on the ground? Is that what their like unique thing is?
Vermin!
I'm already poisoned, so I don't have the range.
Breaking bones.
Back on my feet again.
As good as a new penny.
we been up here? I'm gonna head over that way real quick. Since it's already explored, I don't want to forget to go there.